my name is Dr. Rhonda M. Wood, and we are broadcasting live here at the Leadership Experience Tour in Detroit, Michigan. I am so excited today because I have as my very special guest the phenomenal Angela Hooper-Menifield. Angela, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rhonda. It is always a pleasure to be here on the tour and to have a chance to sit down with you.
Oh, thank you so much. So listen, Angela, for the 2.5 people in the world who don't know who you are, who've been living under a rock, can you share with our audience just a little bit about the greatness that you deliver to the world?
Oh, that's so sweet. So as a business principal, I do as a service, I help organizations and individuals get their act together. Now, what that may look like for an organization could be professional development for their team of leaders, their C-suite executives. And as an individual, it's helping them create the life that they will completely, utterly fall in love with each and every day.
I love that, each and every day. So getting your act together, that's an acronym, right?
It is.
Yes.
And it serves many purposes. So sometimes when I talk about getting your act together, I may be talking about your attitude, your communication, your thoughts. When I speak this week, I'll talk a little bit about accountability, communication, and transparency as a leader. And so ACT is an acronym, and it's followed me throughout my career because unbeknownst to me, my clients and those that I've worked with, that's how they see me. I have helped them get their act together.
Wow, I love that. Speaking of which, first of all, this isn't your first rodeo. You've been here before.
Yes.
So what is it about the Leadership Experience Tour? What is it about coming here that you love so much? You keep coming back.
Yes, I keep coming back because it gives me an opportunity to hone in and perfect my craft as a speaker.
Love it.
I had an opportunity to actually travel to Budapest this past fall with the Leadership Experience Tour creator, Sean Fair, and speak at the oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of the conference. But I had an opportunity to speak at a leadership conference in Budapest. In addition to that, it gives me an opportunity to continue to add to my portfolio. So as I create new content for my clients, I'm able to get it professionally recorded and test it out in an audience at a venue that is supportive and encouraging for me as well.
Wow, that's excellent. Well, listen, I mean, you've built quite a reputation here. So a lot of people might be a little bit intimidated after going after you because I understand you're a keynoter. You're going to kick things off. And so can you give our audience just a little preview, just a little teaser about what you'll speak about?
So for my keynote, I'm really going to talk about self-leadership. I believe that self-leadership is the highest level of leadership. Many of the people in the room are aspiring speakers and business owners. And what I know is this: if we don't believe in ourselves first, we have a difficult time getting other people to buy into what we want to offer them.
Wow.
And one of my favorite sayings is you have to eat your own cooking.
I love that.
So what I mean by that is if you're preparing something and you wouldn't partake of it,
right,
how can you expect somebody else to? So during my keynote, I really want to speak into self-leadership, and that can apply whether you're a leader in an organization, again, or just leading yourself and your family.
Right. So self-leadership, what is sort of a common mistake or, something that a lot of another area in which a lot of leaders you think need guidance on, whether personally or professionally?
That's a really good question. One of the common mistakes I believe that people make is allowing other people to craft their leadership journey. See, I can look at you, Dr. Rhonda, and you're an amazing leader. And therefore I can say, oh, well, since I'm not like Dr. Rhonda,
wow,
then maybe there's something wrong with me.
Wow.
And that's not an accurate statement. Each of us are perfectly created the way that God intended us to be. We're all imperfectly perfect, and we all have strengths that we can leverage. So while I may not lead like you, I can still be a leader. Leadership is all about influence, not position.
Wow, I love that. So can you tell us a little bit more about your company and the services that you offer in case people are interested in that?
My business is Menifield and Associates, LLC, and we build and equip supervisors and teams. I've been self-employed for approximately 10 years after spending 28 and a half years in the federal government as a senior leader. So I've created leaders and multiplied leaders for about 30 years now. I am currently in the process of really tapping into where my heart is most driven, and that's with women leaders.
Wow.
So I've recently created a membership program, the Sisterhood of Successful Women,
Awesome.
because we believe every woman needs a sisterhood of women who will hold them accountable, encourage them, and support them so that they can live their best life. Women tend to carry the burden of everything for their families, and we call it the superwoman phenomenon.
Yes.
And women are dying. We're taking on too much.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to create a platform where they can get the support that they need, honor their own voice and protect their own peace of mind.
I love that. Honoring their own voice. That's so important. So tomorrow you'll take the stage. After you step off the stage tomorrow, sort of what's coming up for you or your business? Anything else sort of in the pipeline that's coming up?
Yes, on April 8th, I will actually be conducting a weekend intensive for my community of women leaders who want to spend the day and focus on them and walk through our blueprint of success. And that you can find me at www.sisterhoodofsuccessfulwomen.com to get more information about that. In addition, I'll be speaking at some additional conferences across the United States, Raleigh, North Carolina, and also Asheville, North Carolina. So this is the year of expansion for me. And I'm really looking forward to having and playing a greater role for those women leaders who need the support and encouragement to, again, create the life that they will completely, totally, and utterly fall in love with each and every day.
Oh, I love that. Completely, totally, and utterly fall in love with every day. That's awesome. So one more time for our viewers, can you tell, so if anyone is interested in being a part of your program or going to your event, or if they just want to connect with you, can you share your contact information again for us, please?
Yes, the website is www.sisterhoodofsuccessfulwomen.com, or you can book a consultation call at www.getyouracttogether.coach.
Coach. Okay, perfect. And as we wrap up our interview today, Angela, what are some sort of last words of wisdom that you can leave for our audience, for any maybe, new or aspiring or emerging leaders that we might have among us?
A final word I would say is, if at first you don't succeed, there is still a winner within.
Wow.
And if by chance you don't succeed, it's not because you're not qualified, but it's because you didn't finish.
Wow. That's magic. I love that. Angela, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, girl. It's always good to see you.
It's been a pleasure. And folks, thank you for joining us today. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. The Leadership Experience Tour will be broadcasting live here at Michigan State University. Well, you'll not only hear from phenomenal speaker Angela Hooper-Menifield, but about 40 other speakers from around the world sharing their knowledge, wisdom, and expertise. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you again soon.